host, Charles Lee Hall II. This is my man, Shaka Bradley, and we're going to give you the rundown of sports. We got the Wizards doing their thing. We've got UConn, I guess, getting ready to run through the whole tournament. We got Lonzo Ball getting fried in the Final 8. But before that, no, in the Sweet 16, I think it was, or either way, it doesn't matter because they're out. But first off, we got Final 4 action, teams that made it. Now, none of my teams picked that I had were in that thing. But Carolina, South Carolina, a 7 seed, Gonzaga, a 1 seed, and number 3, Oregon. Did you have any info? I forgot what you even picked.
Yeah, I had North Carolina, and but that was the only one. I had Kansas, I had Kentucky. My finals game was Arizona and Kentucky, so that last second shot killed me, and Arizona blew it earlier in the weekend. So
well, heck, I had Duke and Kansas, so I was out of there last Sunday. Either way, I mean, South Carolina to me has to be the shocker of all of them. As a 7 seed, you didn't see that coming at all when they beat Duke. Then they come right back, but they didn't have to play a 1 seed. Villanova's already gone. I mean, Florida was a shocker anyway. So they and that's a team they played many a night. They play twice a year. So of course that bracket opened up big time with both Duke and Villanova losing. But in the West, if you think about it, in the West bracket, Gonzaga, they're the 1 seed, has breezed through. I mean, they've only really played in a tough game, West Virginia. And they didn't face Arizona. I mean, whose fault? It's not their fault, though.
yeah,
You can't blame them. They just going off wherever they play. I mean, Xavier did their thing all through till they ran through a buzzsaw with Gonzaga. I mean, the dude, Nigel Williams-Goss, frying Big Karnowski, that big old-looking dude, is killing him. He's 7'1", 300. That's a load down low.
Yeah, that's a big
And
deal.
on the real, they a threat to win it, man.
Yeah, I mean, the whole year people were doubting them. I mean, because the Gonzaga done been here before, and they sell out.
Right.
So,
Every
I
year.
mean, until you actually go through and push through it and pull the thing out, everybody going to always doubt you. I mean, if you always selling out when you get in there, then nobody going to have faith in you until you actually do it.
I mean, let's look at the Kentucky game yesterday. Carolina-Kentucky rematch game. Good nip and tuck action. I mean, the dude Luke May off the bench had 17 points in a big winning shot. I mean, let them tell it. You had a lot of pros on the floor. Do we say that Carolina's the favorite as the big name, or is it still Gonzaga? Since Gonzaga was number 1 in the year.
Yeah, see, the thing about Carolina is, I mean, like, I'm still kind of
People
shocked.
love Carolina.
Yeah.
You're a Carolina fan. So.
No, man. That was Rashid and them not walking through the door. That's a long time ago.
You
man.
was a fan.
That's a long time ago.
You were a
I mean,
fan.
I've picked Carolina a few times in the last few years, but this team didn't really move me. So,
Me neither.
them being the number 1, like the number 1 seeds, again, like we said before, it's like somebody got to be ranked number 1. It's like you don't feel like these teams are juggernaut teams.
Right.
Other than Gonzaga, they're the only ones who
I mean,
went through.
they went with 1 loss, but the fact they play in that little small conference, but they lived up to us. We can't knock them.
Yeah, I mean,
done
they
what
got
supposed
like
to
did
do.
what they were supposed to do. They're not 1 seed, you get all the way through.
Yeah.
But again, North Carolina, I mean,
But with that being said, Carolina got through in what we thought was the hardest region in the South.
Yeah.
They got through it.
and
so,
they ran through some folks.
Yeah.
I mean, the game yesterday was a high quality game, just like the first one.
I mean, I tell you what, Arkansas should be slapping themselves 2 weeks, last Sunday, because they were up by 5 points with less than 3 minutes to go, and they never scored again.
Yeah,
They were controlling that game.
and it's one thing I noticed about these games, man. Teams get up that full 5-minute mark, people are up. And then next thing you know, the other team go on a run you can't afford, and then now you got a nip and tuck game again, and then the other team comes back. It's like nobody knows how to sustain that lead and close out the game.
Man.
And it almost happened again yesterday. I mean, Kentucky went up, and the crowd going crazy.
Back and
Everybody
forth they
pumped.
go.
Next thing you know, here come Carolina back. They squandered the lead in the last minute or so, 3 threes. He hits the miraculous 3, and then your boy comes down. Like I said, it was a high-quality game because there was a lot of big men, May shooting Jays like he Jason Smith. Like, it almost had to feel like an NBA kind of game with the type of shots and stuff that they were doing.
That's true. I mean, from what I saw, again, out of all the teams, I guess you can say, do we think South Carolina's the weakest link? I mean, Oregon is not a sleeper, but they a team that's long. They look like Baylor, for goodness, or Baylor looks like them.
they remind you because of those uniforms.
But you got two teams out West Coast that are going to be playing. The Final Four's in the West Coast this year. So I'm sure they're going to have a lot of fanfare out there for them, pulling for that matchup of Gonzaga or Oregon.
I mean, the thing of it is, the three other teams were teams that were ranked high this year. So they did what they were supposed to do. South Carolina is the dark horse. They're the ones that nobody expected to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, they were wondering if they were going to get in.
Right.
And now here they are. That's the thing about the tournament, man. I was just thinking about that yesterday. Like, South Carolina, how in the world are they there? And that's the way it plays out, man. That's what the beauty of the tournament is.
That's crazy. But,
people that you don't think are good, they wind up in this high prestigious position.
You take advantage of the breaks. They
Yeah.
had it. I mean, Villanova loses again. Villanova loses, Duke loses. You take advantage of it and you move on. They beat the teams in front of them. That's not their fault. They go with it. But they beat Duke, so they ain't got nothing. They beat the team.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't like they back then. They beat folks and they strapped
made their
up.
way in. And they do strap. I'll give them that.
And their man is going.
Frank Martin got them dudes strapping up. Perry Clark, that's my coworker Jeanette's brother-in-law, so I'm sure she's happy in the office here. But, I mean, hey, if you look at it, that's going to be an interesting, intriguing matchup with South Carolina's defense against the play of Gonzaga, because Gonzaga can go inside and outside. They got some veterans on that floor. I mean, again, I'm joking around with Carnassion looking like he's 40, but that dude's 7'1", 300. He's a load on the block, man.
Yeah,
he's a load, and they can go outside with Nigel Williams. And he got can't think of a swing man, the light-skinned, tall, slinky guy. He can do his thing. They got some players. This ain't the Gonzaga of old.
Yeah, they ain't like
no D1 All-Americans in there now.
What you call the glass slipper Gonzaga that you're just laughing at because they did. No, they've been building this up to this point for a long time.
Finally got the job done. They hit.
And now we're going to see if they can do it.
I mean, even with all that said, we're going to come back to it. What, I guess, out of everything we've seen so far has been, because we haven't really had, this tournament hasn't had the big shot. Okay, the Luke May hit his. I guess the Florida shot was the biggest thing so far. But what else? We haven't had any big buzzer beaters. The Florida was the only one that was really a buzzer beater this year.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had those crazy long throw up, some save my life shot that would go in, or some quick fast dribble with 2 seconds left or something like that. Other than the Florida game,
it just been like.
Last night though, I mean, because
you got a shot off.
If you saw, I don't know if you saw the highlights or some footage of like all the Kentucky fans, man, at these different locations, going crazy as their shot went in, and literally
seconds later,
they all falling out. It's the funniest thing you ever want to see, man. Like, I can't imagine being a Kentucky fan and being happy to hit that shot and then seeing that dagger. I mean, goodness.
As Buck Andrews say. Folks, speaking of that, we're going to come right back in a second. We're going to speak on our Washington Wizards. They are balling right now after a brief message.
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks.
Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone, sir. Right now, the Washington Wizards, they're balling 45-28, 2.5 games back from the Cavs. They are right there, and I've said it before in this scene, that the Wizards are going to get the first seed. They're going to get the number 1 seed. I still believe they're going to get it. Last week, they went 3-1, lost to Boston the first game, then came back, won 3 straight games in a row with a big win over Cleveland as John Wall gave it to Kyrie, gave him 37, gave it to Kyrie. Your take on the Wiz right now, because they are doing it.
Well,
your take.
I'm happy they beat Cleveland, but doing it.
They're doing it right now, man.
I don't know that they're doing it.
Winning games, Slim. They're winning games.
Coming out of the All-Star break, you've been playing a little lackadaisical.
Yeah, but you
did well on the first road trip.
2 weeks ago, they went 5-0.
Yeah, but
They
I
went
mean,
5-0
you
in a
had to
week-
go to
weeks ago.
overtime. You losing. You getting down by 20
I get
points
that.
to people.
Wins is wins. I did get that though.
Little too cool for school for my blood.
I'm with you on that. But last week, the big win against Cleveland was huge. Cleveland didn't want to lose that game. And the fact that got me was when, with less than with a little over 2 minutes to go, Cleveland basically gave the white flag. They took the players out. I was like, what? They're only down 8. I was stunned. They took the players out.
They weren't coming back in that game.
I mean,
even
either
though
way,
the refs
they
tried
only
their
down
best to
8, Slim, and 2 minutes to go, and LeBron and them, he just took the players out.
I mean,
Is that for rest or was that the white flag? Or both?
It was both.
Yeah, exactly.
It was both. I mean, you could tell. The Wizards came out, and that's the thing that kind of teased me off about them. I love them to death, but when you show somebody that you're capable of playing a certain way, I expect you to play that way all the time.
True.
Now, you're not a robot. I get it. But if you could get up and play with the focus that you played in this game because you wanted to get that get back, you need to play that way against everybody. You need to be trying to win 50 games. You need to be trying to get this second or number 1 seed. You can't afford to come out here and
They're
turn
battling.
the switch right now.
Well, right now, again, with Cleveland, and they're tied with Boston now. For some reason, we cannot beat Boston. But the way,
Boston when they want to.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold, but,
Like, that
but
game, I don't
you'd rather
think they
face
care.
Boston than you face Cleveland. You know that. But I'm saying they got the West Coast swing right now. L.A. and L.A., Lakers and Clippers. Then they have Utah on Friday. That's going to be a big matchup.
That's one I want.
That's huge. Utah smacked them dudes when they came in last time. Gobert did his thing.
Yeah, that's one of those games where they just let Utah basically.
But
do whatever
Utah
they
is
wanted to do.
playing for something. They playing for
But
that
you
fourth
ain't got no
side.
business losing to Utah.
Nah,
I'm sorry.
Slim. Utah's not sorry.
They not sorry.
Utah
but,
got players, man.
They don't got more players than the Wizards.
Wizards.
If you don't have
Name the
more
players the Wizards had. Wizards got a nice little squad, but they got some. They can match the Wizards.
Nah, they can't match the Wizards.
I don't see why not. Center for center, they got that matchup
Our
there.
center is kind of.
They got that small forward. I like the Georgetown Hoyer, but I don't think he better than he gave it to
That's the
to
only real
Hoyer.
player they got.
Rudy Gobert. Man, why you crazy?
Gobert.
Gobert is a beast.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I mean, you ain't really counting on
Roddy
him.
Hood straps up and he gets buckets.
Never. Who is he?
Youngin is tough.
Who is he?
He's tough.
I'm
Left hand
taking
down to
Morris
do.
over whoever playing four for them. I ain't gonna take Otto over Gordon Hayward.
I was waiting for you to say that.
I, ain't gonna do
I
that.
like the
But
Hoyer.
there ain't nobody on their team better than Bill. There's nobody on their team better than Wall.
Look, Wall has a matchup. The Bill and Roddy Hood matchup, that can go either way because
Man,
Hood straps.
Listen,
Hood straps.
for real.
That's it.
That
Look,
game shouldn't even
go back to the last game. What happened?
Because the Wizards played lackadaisical that game.
That's
They
typical.
playing half eight.
That's
defense.
typical.
It is typical. That's the problem. That's why they're not gonna get the number 1 seed. I hope when the playoffs come, man, they turn that focus switch on like they seem like they can do. But I expect excellence, man.
I don't
When
know.
you show me what you can do, Utah to me. Utah is gritty. They tough. They play hellified D. Gobert is a man and athletic.
See, that's
You
the
ain't got
thing.
no business losing to them.
You're talking like the Wizards are top flight.
They're top flight offensive team.
They can't be lollygagging around. They like we got this. They don't have that kind of firepower.
Yeah,
like
I need
that.
them to not do that.
They're not
'Cause
that
then
kind
you
of
lose
squad.
to Utah.
Utah,
You are offensively better than that team.
even though, okay, let's make sure we get something clear. Even though I keep saying the Wizards are going to get that number 1 seed in the East, I also know that Cleveland's a better team. That the Wizards can probably beat the series, maybe so. But same as Boston. I think the Wizards can,
The Wizards are
but they,
completely
for some
better team than
reason,
Boston.
but they can't match up with Boston. The point guard matchup, he fries all the time.
Yeah, he
He,
fries
he
everybody.
fries all the time.
Oh.
And I'm talking about Isaiah.
The time
He fries
when
the
the
Wizards.
Wizards decide they want to play, Isaiah didn't fry. They beat the mess out of Boston.
Hey, man.
Which they should do easily.
When
every
it
time.
mattered last week,
I don't think
I'm
it
watching.
Honestly,
No, that game mattered,
I don't think
buddy.
it mattered to the
It
Wizards.
mattered, buddy.
I don't think it mattered to them, 'cause
The Wizards
they come
came
out
out
with that same
The Wizards
intensity.
came out cool, that all black mess, and Boston took
And
that
wore
game
them
like
out.
Boston took that game like they were laughing at that mess. But when this game
Man,
hit
they
mattered
won that game.
for especially seating purposes,
I don't think the Wizards.
where
took
was
that
the
one.
man?
I think they was looking.
I'm gonna
towards
tell you
that
why
leg.
it came to hit, and Youngin gave it right to him. Isaiah, I watched that game.
They needed
Isaiah
it. You
gave
know
it
why
right
he
to
did
him.
all that? Because they got their behinds whipped the last time, and I was looking on the
It's
little
crunch
Boston
time.
play. They got their little feelings
It
hurt.
was
So
needed.
They wanted some get back on that. In a series, Boston can't touch them.
Man, I don't know.
The only
'cause
team in
we
the
don't
East,
match up well
the
with
only
Boston.
team in the East that they really should be worried about is Cleveland. Everybody else.
And
don't
see,
got
that's the problem.
Everybody
That
else don't got
attitude right there that they're thinking is the problem. They're not that good yet. What have they done to think they that good to be something?
You don't have to. Don't.
Man, they
Listen,
better take everybody
nothing you
serious.
did in the past matters.
Them jokers better
The only
take
thing that matters is
everybody
right
serious.
now.
Them
And the way
dudes,
that they play right
them
now.
dudes are not on that level
Man,
yet
don't
to be
matter.
like, man, we ain't tripping off none of
They
these
better than
teams.
Boston.
See? No, they're not yet. I mean, that's a pick 'em. That's a pick 'em, Slim.
You
That's
lose the
not
Boston,
a.
you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
In
You
a
got more
series?
players than they got.
But they got the better player. Yes,
No.
Joe.
You
He's
got
a
more
better
players.
player
You
than
have
and
more
right now
players
than
than
Wall.
they have. He ain't Michael Jordan.
Hey, look.
He ain't no one man game that
Look.
can win the series by himself.
Whenever they
He
play,
got a whole team, a whole
That-
backcourt, an all-star.
that dude's an
Should be
MVP
an all-star.
candidate.
Man, so is John Wall.
no, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. Name
That's
the
what the
okay.
pundits-
Name
that's
the
what the pundits say.
name the
I don't believe it, but that's what they
name
say.
the MVP candidates
I
right
just saw
now.
it today.
We're talking Wall. No, we're talking
Dude,
Westbrook.
if we ain't talking
we're
him-
talking Harden. They're talking LeBron, and they're talking your man Kawhi, and they're talking Isaiah Thomas. They're not
Isaiah Thomas
mentioning
ain't in the
Wall.
con-
They're not
the only
mentioning
real
Wall.
MVP candidates are Russ and Harden. That's it.
That's the list.
That's The man averaging triple double. The other one is Frying.
Yeah, I
LeBron,
mean
you
honestly,
can say him every year.
Harden is
Kawhi-
should get it. Real talk, because Harden had his team third in the West.
Russ.
I mean, and look, I love Russ, but his team is number 6 in the West right now.
But he
Triple double or
averaging
not?
triple-double, man. I mean,
Hey man,
he-
Harden is doing some.
That's Thriller.
Harden got a
That's
record
Thriller.
of triple doubles himself,
But he
got his team. His team is in third place in the West. In the West. And I mean, here's my other point. Here's my other point. And you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. If they gave your man MVP about 11 years ago, that point guard named Nash, and it's the exact same offense, why the heck can they not give James
Well, there
Harden?
wasn't nobody else averaging a triple double back then either.
Hey, Shaq was dominating the league back then. Kobe was dominating the league back then. And they still gave it to Youngin, which I think was some BS, flat out.
It might have been.
Flat out. I make sure I'm looking at the camera and say that was some bull. But if they gave it to Nash on back-to-back years, and this dude in the exact same offense, putting up big numbers, granted he's got triple double just like Russ. He's not
And
averaging.
Phoenix might have had like the second or whatever
Okay,
seed.
he's at the third best record in the West from a team that's got KD on it, number one, and another squad that's been killing with Kawhi with no Tim Duncan. They're doing their thing. So he's
Man,
third
averaging
place.
triple-double,
No
man.
one saw that coming. They got a coach who might get coach of the year, who probably should get coach of the year, because he's been known for nothing but straight offense all this time.
Triple double, man.
Look, I'm all for triple double. Russ is my man.
I mean,
that's
if
the
it
best
was-
point guard in the
if it was
league.
that simple.
That's the best point guard in the league. That's my
Somebody else
man.
would have did it since Big O did.
Hey, I believe you. I'm with. Look,
If it
I'm
was
with
that
Russ.
simple, Harden would
But
be
the
averaging
problem
triple
is Russ don't have his team. He's only. Okay, let me say this. If Russ can get his team to the fourth slot, I may give him the number one. And he's right there. They only game and a half back from the fourth slot. Really,
So what else you want? I mean,
you got to get the home.
man,
If he can
that's
get home court advantage, I may give him the nod for
triple-double,
that.
man.
But
I
right
mean,
now, I'm still going with
just
Harden.
poo-pooing history like it ain't nothing.
So we don't give Kawhi Leonard no love. Do we think he?
Everybody want to. I don't know why.
Wow. He says you don't know why. You don't believe in his game? They let him tell it he's the best two-way player in the game.
I mean, I guess. Like, you can't make me think this dude good. Now, I ain't saying he a bum or nothing, but you just not going to tell me this dude just, I don't
You don't want-
he ain't getting it from
You
me.
wouldn't want Kawhi and the Wizards?
He don't move me. I mean,
Hold up.
He good.
Look, we're going to go to break in a second. I've been said this.
Don't move me.
Otto Porter is a poor man's version of Kawhi Leonard. He straps up like Kawhi, hit a few threes like Kawhi. He's quiet like that dude.
Man, I know defense be leaving something to
And on that note, we're going to take a quick break, man. That is too funny. We're going to come right back, folks, after a brief message.
I pledge
I pledge
I pledge
to treat everyone with respect.
respect and dignity.
I will not tolerate discrimination.
or harassment of any kind.
I will speak up.
I will speak up whenever I know discrimination is happening.
And I will stand up.
Get up.
Rise up. For victims. Take the pledge at risetowin.org.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone, folks. We're back on NBA Talk again. Big topic in the NBA right now about resting players. Just yesterday, Patrick Beverly, coming off of the game, national televised game against Oklahoma on a Sunday afternoon, going up against college basketball, That was a big MVP matchup, Harden and Westbrook. Everybody, stars played. Patrick Beverly said it's a disgrace to the fans and the front of your jersey and to the last name of all this resting of players. I read something earlier today where the Spurs coach, Popovich, said that the fact that Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is trying to poke that out there like he's going to set some rules or some guidelines, he said he can lose some relationships with that. Now, the one reason why I love the NBA because it's a political thing, it's PB, but a lot of them dudes kind of run the league on the low somewhat, which is a good thing. But I'm not a fan of this resting of players all the time. I'm really not. They're resting players left and right. Play if you're going to play. I mean, let me take that back. Play against a team that's, if you're in the East and you're traveling west, they don't hardly ever see you, you got to play that game. I'm sorry. You got to play that game. Your take. But I'm old school, Joe. I'm a throwback. I'm a dinosaur.
I don't really feel that strongly about it. I would say, because who cares about the fans, man? You pay to see the team. You
don't.
I mean,
you do not. This is not football.
But you ain't guaranteed somebody gonna play. What if he get hurt walking?
That's different.
What if he get hurt?
That's different. That's different. We expect that, but you.
That night,
No, Slim. No.
I mean,
the NBA is about stars. NFL, they're rocking that helmet. You don't see faces. In the NBA, you can walk in here right now and recognize some folks. You walk in the NFL thing, you're like, who the heck is he? He walking in now with a jersey that says, I'm so-and-so. Unless you're the quarterback, we don't know you. NBA is totally about stars. That's why one man can change the game quickly in the NBA.
But you're not guaranteed that person to play.
That's true. But we're guaranteeing that he's not hurt. You want to see him play.
No. See, that's the whole thing. Everybody running off at the mouth. So you're going to tell these people,
man,
I'm kind of in a mixed bag, but I don't like the fact that everybody peeing and moaning about it. Get over it.
Let your Wizards stop resting some players.
I don't care if they rest or not, if they're healthy in the playoffs. I would rather my team be healthy in the playoffs. I don't care one bit whether they.
Well, let me ask you this: would you rather see less games? Would you like to see go from 82 to let's say 60 games?
I mean, if that helps,
I'd tell you something crazy. I heard this on the radio just on Sunday. A lady said, how about this for this resting, staggering the schedule? Everybody still get the same amount of games, but if let's say we're going off last year's win. So who won last year? Cleveland. Everybody who had a high record and wins and so forth will get an easier schedule, so you won't play as many back-to-backs. And so she was saying that this would solve tanking and rest. So if you got a better record, your schedule will not include, let's say, I don't know, a 12 o'clock Sunday game on Christmas. Even though not everybody plays, let's give an example. But it'll be the sorrier teams who have to play the harder games and so forth. So that will eliminate them from trying to tank left and right. So each year your team, if you're having a bad record, you're going to get these little so-called back-to-backs 4 and 5 night games. Where the team with the better record, I heard that and was like, that's pretty intriguing. That's interesting.
It's interesting, but if I'm ready to get Michael Jordan, I don't care how many games in a row I got to play. As long as if I can help guarantee myself that number one spot, because this generational talent is there. Man, let's play every game. Now, that's the one thing I will say. Like, these dudes, get over it now. You played, when you was young, you played all
exactly.
Games. So that part, I think, is bogus. But at the same time, if my team, I would rather my team be healthy going into the playoffs as opposed to beat up and tired and weary.
I get that. But let's say when LeBron and them, who was it they played that he didn't play? I think it was the game they played on TV just last Saturday. It was supposed to play somebody and they didn't play. I forgot who it was. Kyrie was hurt. Love was hurt. And they said, well, we don't want to put LeBron out there with all these guys, with these bums.
I mean, why?
He didn't want to play him with these bums.
So that's
that's bull, Joe. That's some sucker stuff.
Why these people, because we already know to the Cavs.
And again, it was a West Coast game that only sees LeBron once a year.
You know what? I can agree with that. If you're going to be somewhere and only be there one time.
And then come back. Matter of fact, that's who it was, the Clippers. Yeah. It was the Clippers on that Saturday night game, and then they come right back on Sunday against the Lakers, same building, same place, and they play everybody against the Lakers. That's, nah, Joe. Nah.
If you're gonna rest, maybe you should rest at your home stadium.
Yes.
Where your fans get to see.
Yeah.
I concede that. But otherwise, man, get over it. It's one. I don't know, man. People see fans sometimes to me go a little too far. You think you own these people. You think just because you pay for a ticket, they like a toy that you can pull out of a toy chest.
Yeah, they do think
you
that.
get to dictate what they do. Man, listen. You not guaranteed that this guy gonna play. You pay your ticket, it's as is.
Joe,
you
that's
just,
Slim.
those
That's
just the
different.
breaks.
That's
Those
different.
just the
Do you
breaks.
expect that if he's hurt, not on
Well,
his
you don't
rest
know.
tip?
This is what's gonna start happening. They're gonna start doing like hockey. Hockey don't tell you when they just say lower leg injury.
Look, Slim.
Whether they injured or
Look,
not, lower
look,
leg injury.
I'm
He
a
ain't
sports
playing no more.
fanatic. Nobody's tripping off hockey right
Well,
now.
that's what the league gonna start
No
doing.
one's
He
tripping
got a
off
hurt
hockey.
ankle.
No one's tripping off
he-
baseball
he-
like that.
just-
It's football and basketball and everything
Lower
else
back
after that.
injury.
Those are the two major running things that's running
Y'all gonna
sports.
force them people to do.
Now,
Y'all gonna force them to
they can start
lying.
lying all they want. Hey, that's fine. Put it out there then. But because that's what Pop does all the time anyway.
Well, that's what y'all gonna force
You
them
know,
to
that's
do.
what Jermaine does for the Patriots. That he's the coach over there. But still, he doesn't have a real report. But the
Oh.
NFL is different.
And let me tell you one thing: the only fans who care about that is the fans of scrub teams.
No.
I bet you the Spurs fans don't care. They want their players healthy come to final.
Well, man,
Scrub teams are the ones I pay. I wanna. That's because your team ain't in it. So
That's
you
very
want
true.
the-
So you wanna see-
I
look.
bet you if your team was in it.
look,
you
for
wouldn't care
years,
nothing about no
growing
rest.
up, I looked in the Washington Post, and they would always have Washington. This is when it was still the Bullets, Washington Bullets, and they were marketing. Come see Jordan. Come see Magic. Come see Dominique. So and so. They market the other guys. So I'm like, dang, that's interesting. You know, we're not gonna pump our boys. I mean, all we got is who we talking about.
Bernard King.
Bernard King, Jeff Malone, Tom Gugliotta to move to the 90s or something.
Who?
Man.
This is who we. This is who we running out there.
Oh man, like we want to see that. So you had to mark the other side. That's too funny. Too funny. Folks, check this out. The Al Holler sign. This is a reminder for folks. Al Holler sign, for those that don't know, new segment. You throw the Al Holler sign up for something like if you at a game and it's a blowout and you like, man, I'm gone. I'm going to leave, beat traffic. I'm out of here. I'll holler at y'all. Simple and plain, we will holler at Lonzo Ball and UCLA. I was pulling for the dude for a little bit, but, man, they didn't get beat bad, but he got ran up in. Real talk. That dude, De'Aaron Fox, I think his name? Oh, he went for 39 on Ball. But we saw this coming. We knew this was coming because Dad was putting an X on his son's play. But we knew that going in. And when the bright lights, Lonzo had 10 points. He was 4 for 10, 8 assists, 3 rebounds. But Youngin went at him. I watched that and was like, goodness gracious. From the jump. I'm talking from the jump ball, he was going at him. I mean, your take on Ball or the whole situation?
Well, me and you've had this discussion off the air. You know, I'm not a fan of loudmouth and pops.
Hey, man.
You know, you just
Marketing, buddy. Controversy sales.
Hey man, I'm a marketing degree, man. I know the game.
I'm mass comm major.
So
Controversy sales.
so I get it, but if your son good, it's gonna show through, man. All you do is create haters for your child.
That's true. But you heard what Dad said. Big Ball said, why not just make my son better? Why not be the next Michael Jordan? You know.
Yeah, you could do that without being the center of
And let's
attention.
keep it real. The NCAA already is exploiting his son and all them other players.
That ain't what this
Why
is
can't
about,
he
though.
do his thing?
This ain't
Because
what that's about.
that big baller thing, that big,
Man.
was it BBB?
I
That is a
guarantee
brand, it's marketing.
You'll get more people if he would have sat down, shut up, let his son play, wear his BBB, let his son wear the BBB. Everybody would say, what? You know, and he fried like he was doing. Man, what's BBB? They'll go ahead and they'll buy it. Just as many people will buy it
No.
from him shutting up
No.
and letting his son fry.
You got to
than
put it
him
out there,
creating his-
Slim.
making people
As
dislike
a
his son.
PB, you got to
He
put it
ain't
out
doing
there. You got to put it out there.
Nah,
And he's
I'm
hey,
the
look,
most PB person
and he's
I know.
and radio is loving him.
Yeah, 'cause they-
TV is
they
loving him.
almost for
But granted,
entertainment.
now that his what they was doing, we all know what that was about.
Yeah.
Lifting him up would take him down. So I know with UCLA gone, they probably trying to dagger him in. I tell you what I didn't like, and I said it before to you. I didn't like how Lonzo Ball Game was over. He like, yeah, I'm out of here, man. He giving UCLA the out. I'm out of here. I'm hollering UCLA.
I mean, we already knew he was leaving
right,
anyway.
but show a little love to your school and
He ain't
team.
no
I
love.
mean,
that's the whole thing. He had no loyalty to nothing but
show a little love, man.
getting through this thing. If he was going to class, like I told y'all on the text, man.
Hey,
if he
man.
was going to class,
The man might have made an honor. He might have been an honor roll student.
And he might have been.
Our man was an honor roll student.
Hey,
he
he
made the
was.
dean's list. My man made, shout out to my man Reed. He made the dean's
Hey,
list.
man, we love Reed to death, but we ain't know that Reed was going one and done.
He wasn't one
If
and
Reed was going
done.
one and done, he might not have been in class either.
Folks, it's been a great show. Been a great
Been on
show.
A lot of man in the room.
Man, we'll look forward to next week. Oh, we got to do picks real quick. Who you got, Final Four, before we shut down Final Four? You got Oregon. We go first game was Gonzaga, South Carolina. Who you like?
I mean, I just think Gonzaga, #1 team, there's probably too much offense for South Carolina, even though they strap up. I'm going to take Gonzaga.
I'm taking Gonzaga. My heart says go with South Carolina, but I'm taking Gonzaga. Next game, the big game, Carolina, UNC against Oregon.
I mean, if
What
it
are the
wasn't-
chances of Oregon coming out with some freshman uniforms? What are the, Nike might slice them with something else.
100%. I mean, that's the only
New
thing about
unis.
them that make them interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
what they gonna wear? And I always had a little affinity for the Ducks because of Akili Smith back in the day, but
True.
I don't know. I mean, again, this North Carolina team.
I know you Carolina fans. I know what you're going to say.
It's not Rashid and
Hey,
Stackhouse,
man, you was liking it with Vince.
King Rice.
You was liking it with all that mob, too. Lebo, all that crew.
Yeah, Lebo.
You was
all
there with
was-
them.
Yeah, back in the day.
You also
That
like
they
Vince. You also like Stack.
No, not
You
with
also
Vince.
was down
No,
with
that was
what's Duncan went to the
Daytona
Mather from here. Joe Forte. You was down with that was your squad then too. Yes, sir.
Rashid and
So you
Stack
taking
was the
Carolina?
That was the last draw for me. Yeah, I'm gonna take them because I don't believe in Oregon, even though I don't think North Carolina is that great. But
I'm gonna say it's gonna be all West Coast. I think Carolina probably win, but I'm gonna take this one and say I think Carolina's gonna win honestly. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick Oregon and make it an all West Coast since they're in the West Coast, and we'll pick the championship game next
it
Monday.
may not be good for ratings, but it would be interesting.
That's very true. Folks, for the Sports Zone, my man Shaka Bradley, I'm Charles E. Hall II. We're going to shut down and we'll see you next week on the Sports Zone.